Well, hello. Whether we're going to get a film out of this or not, I'm not sure, but if you're watching it, we have, and that's about it really. We're down at Shoreham and we are targeting undulate rays, bass, and maybe a chance for tope later. Not much chance for tope, but you never know. So I've got a little bass rod in close on a short pulley, mackerel. Middle rod is on a long pulley, out at distance, mackerel. And the right hand rod is on a bagnall bar on, guess what, mackerel. The only thing I've brought with me today is mackerel, and then I've got some sand eel and some squid as well, but I'll mainly be using mackerel because that's what I caught on last time, and it's pretty much catch nearly anything down here bait. The only thing you won't catch on it is smooth hounds, which we will catch with squid if they're about. Hence the reason I brought some squid, maybe to try that later. We'll just see what happens really. But yeah, that's about it. Hopefully this becomes a video. Well, first fish of the night, nice little bass. He's about 45 centimetres and I'm caught on the rod in close on the mackerel. Lovely little fish and perfect start to the evening, an evening I didn't really expect much, so hopefully it's the first of a few. Well, there you go, second fish of the night, lovely 3.5 pound bass. Come on a long rod actually, and I've missed two more bites on the close rod. There's definitely some bass about tonight. All taking the mackerel. This was on the bagnall bar actually, which I didn't really expect a bass on the bagnall bar, but there you go. Obviously it's flowing about out there quite nice, and this is a lovely fish. The only trouble with using big rods is you don't get much of a fight out of the fish this size. If you get one on the little bass rods in close, it's just unbelievable. So let's hope you get one on them later. I mean, the bite I had while I got this fish in, I literally got this fish on the bank, the other rod went over so hard that it actually lifted the butt of the rod off the floor, and I caught the rod in the middle of the air. But unfortunately the fish was already gone because I obviously weren't quick enough. But we'll get the other rod back out, the bass rod in close, and the other two are already out, so you never know, I might get on another one on one of those. Let's see what happens. There we are, first undulate of the night, not a big one, probably about £6, something like that. Actually one of the smallest ones I've caught from here this year. Most of them have been 8+, but still lovely fish. Rod tips, just like sitting there, we had a couple of bass tonight, so I'm sitting really on the rods watching. Like normally with these rays you get a few little, like this one just going like that, and I grabbed the rod and struck, and all the way in I didn't think it was a ray, but it was. Lovely fish. So, don't mind them any size, and hopefully we'll get a few now that one showed. Normally if one shows we get a couple, so let's hope so. On the mackerel, on the bagnall bar again, lovely job. Well, there he is. That's my third bass of the night, and they just keep getting bigger. This one's £4.3. Lovely fish, caught in close, and it's the first ever time I've caught one on a mackerel head. I've had a mackerel bait out there for about an hour and a half, and not had nothing since the last fish. So I thought, I've seen loads of people use mackerel heads and catch good bass, and I've used them a few times and never done well on them. I thought, sod it, you know what, I've got 4 mackerel heads there at the moment. Normally I just chuck them to the foxes. But I thought, sod it, I'm going to put one out and try it. Put one out, must have been 15 minutes. Like, I had that undulate that I've just filmed. I put that back, come back up to the rod, went to the bait table, started baiting up, looked at the rod, and it was a weird bite for a bass. I saw like the rod went like that twice. So I ran over to the rod and stood next to it. And I just stood there, and it was literally just tapping like that. And then I was like, there's got to be something on there, there's got to be. And then it kind of tapped a little bit and went over a little touch, struck into it, and I thought it was an eel because it was really heavy to start with, but it didn't really do much fighting. And then I got it 3/4 of the way in, which obviously isn't far because I'm only fishing 25 yards out of that at most. Got it halfway in, and I saw it on the top, it was a bass, and then when we got it in close, it went absolutely ballistic. It went up, tired, took some line and ran out, then like we see it was like a decent fish and was like, well, I've got to like be careful with this, and I was as careful as I could be, and the hook held. It's only lightly hooked, but it doesn't matter. If they stay on, they stay on, and that is a lovely fish, and it's made the trip worthwhile. Come in. Oh, look at that. This is my 4th bass of the night. Probably the biggest so far. Last one was 4.2, 4.3. This one I think it's going to be bigger because it's fatter. It's not much longer. It probably might be even shorter, but it's a lot fatter of a fish. Another one to the mackerel head. I've got the bite on camera, so I'll be able to put that in, and this has just made the trip. Like catching these 4 bass plus an undulate. What an epic trip for a session that I didn't even intend on coming. 2 o'clock this afternoon. We said what we're going to do, we were off work, sod it, let's go and have a go from low water up to high and see, we might get an hour before high where the undulates come on and feed. Sod the undulates, don't look away, you won't be on, I won't be lit up. Sod the undulates, we're going to catching bass. So yeah, lovely. Let's get him weighed and then see what he actually is, but I am so happy. Oh, I'm trying to do the film, wasn't I? Grab the phone. What? Grab the phone. Oh mate, who is it? Good fish. Filming, red thing. Yeah. Good bass on here. Good bass. Come down here and film the water. Not as big as I thought actually, but... arm is a bit wet here. There we go. Not as big actually, he's only probably a 2-pounder. I don't care. Bloody epic. Right, I'm going to release this bass. I haven't weighed it or nothing, it's around a 2-pounder, but I'm mega happy with it. Let's try and get it to big wave. Let's wait for the big wave to come back so I can release it in the edge. Hopefully you can see it go. I've lost sight of it. There it is. Turn yourself around, mate. He's swimming the wrong way. There he goes. And off he goes. Try and zoom in. I can't really zoom in because then I can't keep the light on him. And he's gone. Is he gone? No, he's right on the top there, swimming out. Lovely.